Good morning everyone. So today we will be trying the review. So this is the last bit of this chapter. The review is a chance to see how much we've learned from the last chapter, and you can try this without any help. Or you might want to watch the video and we can work through this together. Good luck. So if you want some help with this review, carry on listening to this video. If you'd like to work independently, you might want to skip to the end of the video where we'll be going through all the answers, but we'll also be working through the answers as we go through now. So the first question is make a family of multiplication and division facts. Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to think about is what is a family of multiplication and division facts. Think about the term fact family. What do we not include in a fact family? Pause the video now and have a think, please. Okay, well done. So, in a fact family, we don't include any strangers. So we're going to have the same three numbers that we use throughout. So, the first thing we need to do is work out how many groups have we got. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. Okay, 8 groups. I'm just going to write that here. How many cats have I got in each group? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so my first number fact is 8 times 3. 8 times 3. Let's count in our threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay. 3 times 8 equals 24. How can I change that number sentence so I'm not including any other numbers? Well done. I could do 3 times by 8 equals 24. Well done. Okay, right, so now I need to think about my division facts. Now it's the same family, so I'm not including any strangers. So my top tip when you're thinking about division is which is the biggest number? 24. Okay, so I could say 24 divided by 3. Now if I'm not including any strangers, the answer's got to be 8. Now I'm going to include my biggest number again at the start, but I need a different number sentence. So what could I do? Oh yeah, well done. So I could swap the 8 and the 3 round. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. Fantastic. Can you please have a go at doing the same thing but with the boats? Pause the video now and see if you can work out the answer. Okay, so if I'm doing the same thing with the boats, what I'm going to do is think about how many rows I have. Okay, so let me just get my pen ready. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Okay, I'm going to write 4 here. How many have I got on each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 on each row. Okay, 4 times 8. Now I could count all these, or I could use my 8 times table to help me. So I've got 8, 16, 24, 32. Brilliant. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to write a different number sentence but not using any new numbers. So let's think about how I could do that. Oh, I could look at the first question to help me. I could switch round 4 times 8 to be 8. That's a big 8. 8 times 4 equals the same answer, 32. Brilliant. So now what I need to think about in my fact family is my division facts. Now, if I think back to over here, I chose my biggest number to go at the start. So which number is the biggest? 4, 8 or 32? Well done, 32. So I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to divide first by 4. So I know I have 32 boats here. If I divide them into 4 rows, I've got 8 on each row. I've not brought in any strangers. These are all the same numbers. Okay, brilliant. So now I'm going to put my biggest number at the start again. 32. Oops, sorry, that 2's not very good, is it, Miss King? 32 divided by... I could switch the 8 and the 4 round. So 32 divided by 8 equals 4. And there's the answers for the first question. Well done. Okay, so now I'm moving on to number patterns, which is this top question here. I'm just going to zoom in so we can see the question a bit more clearer. Okay, brilliant. That's a bit clearer now, isn't it? So the first thing I need to do is work out what is my pattern going up in. So let's read the first one together. 3, 6, 9, blank, 15, blank. Pause the video and see if you can work out the answer. Okay, so let's see what I'm adding on each time. Because it's getting bigger, I think I'm adding. So adding on 3. And then, I've added on 3 again. So now what I'm going to do is think about what's 9 add 3. 9 add 3 equals 12. So I'm going to put 12 into this box. Okay, add on 3, 15, add on another 3 to 15. 15 add on 3 equals 16, 17, 18. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to write that in this box over here. Fantastic. Okay. Oops. Brilliant. So I used my knowledge of adding to help me there. Now I need to think about, am I adding or taking away this time? 72, 64. Okay, well 64 is smaller, it's less than 72. So I must be taking away. But how much am I taking away each time? Pause the video and see if you can work it out. Well, I think I'm taking away 8 each time. So I'm just going to check that and see if it works. So let's take away 8 from 64. Oh, my favourite times table. If you're in my class, you'll know this. 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, now I'm going to take another 8 away. Oh, the answer... Oh, I've got my disappearing pen on. Let's just make sure it doesn't disappear. So I've got 56. Sorry about that. And then if we take 8 away, again, we've got 48. Let's just check our sequence works. If we take away another 8, we've got 40. Brilliant, that definitely works, doesn't it? Fantastic job. Okay, let's see if we can work out the next 2 questions. Pause the video and see if you can work them out. Okay, brilliant. So I'm not too sure if we're adding or taking away because this is a blank. So I'm going to look over here. 24, 28. What have I added on to 24 to get to 28? I've added on 4. Okay, so if I go back over here, let's see if that works. 16 add 4 is 20. Does that work? 20 add 4 is 24. It does work. 28, what would come after 28? 32. Well done. Fantastic work. Okay, and now if we look at our last one that we've got, we don't know the first 2 answers, so we're going to have to work backwards. Okay, so it looks like I'm adding on the same thing each time. Can you see what we're adding on? Well done, we're adding on 8 each time. But hold on a second, I'm going to have to work backwards. So I'm going to take away 8 each time. 48 take away 8 is 40. 40 take away 8 is 32. 32 take away 8 is, can you remember? 24. Well done. So we've got 24. 24 take away 8 is 16. Well done. Okay, now we're moving on to question 3. So what we're doing is we're matching together where it says 9 groups of 4, what's equal to 9 groups of 4. So what you might want to do is draw out the groups to help you work it out, or you might be able to work it out by thinking if it's 9 groups of 4, it's going to be 9 times 4. What's 9 times 4? Well, if you're not too sure, you could always do 10 times 4, which is 40, and take 4 away. So 40, take away 4, equals, well, let's count back, 39, 38, 37, 36. So I'm going to join to 36. Have a go at that question now for me and see how you get on. Okay, here are all the answers for you, and I'm going to read through all the answers at the end, but you can check your answers now if you would like to. Okay, so the next question, we're looking at this. What's this? Can you remember the name of it? Well done, it's a bar model. So what we're doing is we are solving. There are 9 pens in a box. There are 3 times as many pencils as pens in the box. How many pencils are there in the box? Now remember, bar models represent the question. They don't necessarily tell us the answer. So what I want you to do is think about, what does this bar represent? And what do these 3 bars represent? Are they pens or are they pencils? Have a think now, please. Okay, well done. So hopefully you've managed to work out that if there are 9 pens in the box, and this is going to be pens, then there are 3 times as many pencils. Pencils. Can you see how there's 3 more bars of the pencils than there are of the pens? Sorry, it's very hard to write on this whiteboard. So we can see here there's 9. So this must mean this represents 9. This represents 9. And this represents 9. So if these 3 blocks represent 9, what do you think this number sentence is going to be underneath? How many blocks are there? Oh, okay, so I've got 9 in each block, and I've got 3 lots of blocks. So I'm working out 9 times 3. Now remember, if you're not sure about your 9 times table, you could always work out 10 times 3, which is 30, well done. And then you could take away 3. So 30 take away 3 equals 27. And that's your answer, which means there are 27 pencils in the box. Okay, our next question is question 5. Elliot has 24 stamps. He shares them equally among his 6 friends. How many stamps does each of his friends get? Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to represent what I'm working out. What can I draw to show what I'm trying to work out here? Well done, I could draw a bar model. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to pause the video and the bar model will appear any second now. Okay, so here is my bar model. How many friends is he splitting these stamps between? 6. So I need to divide my bar model into 6, hopefully equal parts, but it's quite difficult, isn't it, to draw them equally. but we aim to get them all equal because we want them to get the same amount of stamps each. Okay, so I know that all together there are 24 stamps, but I need to split them between 6 people. So my number sentence is 24 divided by 6. So now what I need to do is I need to divide 24 by 6. Okay, so I could do this by sharing out counters if you have counters at home, or you might want to draw out 6 circles and share out 24 dots, or you might already know what 24 divided by 6 is. So 24 divided by 6 is 4. So I'm going to have 4 in each block. So each friend will get 4 stamps. Okay, so we've got some more word problems now. Lulu buys 7 boxes of chocolates. There are 8 chocolates in each box. How many chocolates are there all together? So remember, if we're working out all together, we want to know how many there are as a whole. So we're either going to add, we might multiply to make it quicker and more efficient. So here we've got 7 boxes of chocolates and we know there's 8 in each box. So you might want to draw this out to help you represent it, or you might just want to work out 7 times 8. Now again, this is my favourite times table and one that's quite tricky to remember. 7 times 8 is 56. Well done. Okay, this next question is quite tricky, so we need to really think about what it's trying to ask us. There are 5 players in Team A. There are 3 times as many players in Team B as Team A. How many players are there in the 2 teams all together? Now remember, all together means we want to know how many there are across all of them. So there's 2 steps to this problem. So the first step is working out how many players are in Team B. So I'm going to get my bar model ready. Okay, so here is my bar model. So this is Team A here, and this is Team B here, because I know there's 3 times as many players in Team B as Team A. Now there's 5 players in Team A, okay? There are 3 times as many players in Team B, so I know I'm working out 5 times 3. Okay, so that means I've got a 5, a 5, and a 5. So 5 times 3 equals 15. But is that the end of the question? I'm hoping you said no, because we need to work out how many players there are in the 2 teams all together. So I need to add 15, and I'm going to add 5 because there's 5 in Team A and 15 in Team B. So I'm going to do 15 add 5, and hopefully if we know our 5 times table, that will help us as well. 15 add 5 equals 20. So there's 20 people in the 2 teams all together. Okay, this last question sounds complicated, but if we think about it, it isn't as complicated as we think. So Ruby is asked by a teacher to draw a flower, a car, or a house. So she's got 3 options. She can either draw a flower, a car, or a house. So she's got 3 options. She can colour the object either red, yellow, green, or blue. Okay, sorry, let's make that R a bit better. So she's got 4 options for each thing, and there's 3 things. How many different coloured objects can she draw? Well, we're working out 3 times 4. So let's draw all the options. We've got red, yellow, green, or blue. And then again, we've got red, yellow, green, or blue. So what you could do is count how many options we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm working out 3 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 different options of things that she could draw. Well done. That was a really, really tricky review, and hopefully it's managed to refresh your brain as well, and that some of the things that we've been doing this half term have come back to you and you've managed to put them into practice. Well done. I'm now going to read out the answers again for the children that have skipped to the end of this video. If you don't want to listen to the answers again, you can stop the video and do something different, or you might want to have a quick look again at the answers and see if you can remember what we've done as we've been going through. Well done. If you would like to know how to work out these questions and get a bit more help with working out the answers, skip back in the video as I've already gone through the questions. If you're happy for me to just read the answers to you, you can mark your answers now, and I'm just going to read out the answers. So 1A, 3 times 8 equals 24. 8 times 3 equals 24. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. B. 4 times 8 equals 32. 8 times 4 equals 32. 32 divided by 4 equals 8. 32 divided by 8 equals 4. 2. A. 12, 18. B. 56, 48. C. 20, 32. D. 16, 24. The easiest way for you to mark question 3 is to have a look at the answers on the screen. You need to join up the correct statement with the correct answer. Question 4. In the first box you should have got a 9. In the second box it should say pens, and underneath it should say pencil. 9 times 3 equals 27. There are 27 pencils in the box. Question 5, you should have drawn a bar model similar to mine. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Each of his friends gets 4 stamps. Question 6, Lulu buys 7 boxes of chocolates. There are 8 in each box. How many are there altogether? 7 times 8 equals 56. And the next question, question 7, you should have worked out Team A had 5 players, Team B had 15 players, and to work out Team B it was 5 times 3 equals 15. 15 add 5 equals 20. There are 20 people in the 2 teams altogether. Question 8, you should have worked out 4 times 3 equals 12, and that she can colour 12 objects. Well done for all your hard work today. Don't forget to post on Dojo so that we can see all your hard work. Thank you.